Walk away while you still can.
We have here is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Well, you might feel differently once you hear what I have to say.
What are you implying?
Something did come of it.
You want to get ugly? You got it.
General Hospital latest update. Kristina's revenge spirals out of control after she tampers with Ava's car, leading to a horrifying crash that leaves Rick and Liz in critical condition. Meanwhile, Lucky struggles with a shocking secret, Drew plots against Tracy, and Kristina vows to take Ava down, no matter the cost. Explosive drama ahead. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital, car wreck aftermath, Kristina's awful guilt, Lucky's horrible secret. General Hospital spoilers for the week of March 31st to April 4th reveal that fans will see the car wreck aftermath while Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, faces some awful guilt and Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, wrestles with a horrible secret. Following Kristina's decision to tamper with Ava Jerome's, Maura West, car and apparently cut the brakes, she'll spill to Lucky and deal with some regrets. However, it'll be too late to stop what Kristina's set in motion, so she'll face some terrible guilt after Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, and Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, suffer because of her vengeful move. It looks like Rick and Liz may get injured after they land in Ava's vehicle, and Kristina seems poised to get caught up in the crash as well. The collision aftermath should be coming up during the week of March 31st to April 4th, so Liz, Rick and Kristina may all be rushed to General Hospital. Of course, Kristina should be okay for the most part. That way, the show can really play up how guilty Kristina feels over messing with Ava's brakes and leading to this whole situation. It could be a wake-up call for Kristina about how far she's taken her desire for revenge. Kristina really needs to focus on getting professional help so she can let go of this destructive Ava vendetta. Unfortunately, that won't help Elizabeth and Rick if they're struggling to stay alive or at least coping with some severe injuries. As for Lucky, he'll have to figure out whether he'll rat Kristina out for what she did or keep his mouth shut. Kristina could get arrested over this if the truth comes to light, so that's something to keep in mind. If Ava figures out the real story, she might score some leverage over both Kristina and Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. Speaking of leverage, Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, recently mentioned the idea of using Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, secret fling with Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, against her when the time is right. How soon will Tracy move forward with that scheme? Tracy doesn't seem like she's in any hurry to blackmail Nina just yet, but it's a good reminder that she's indeed got some power over Nina and could strike whenever she wants. Ned Quartermaine, Wally Kurth, shares this leverage with Tracy, so it'll be interesting to see when they decide is the right moment to strike. Meanwhile, Emma Drake, Braden Bruner, will carry out an extreme plan and could land in a jam as a result. Giovanni Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, could get dragged into the drama, but it should give him a chance to grow closer to Emma in the process. It's clear that Emma and Gio are being set up as a new couple, so it's just a matter of how long it'll take for them to share their first kiss. On another note, viewers will eventually see that Marco, Adrian Acondo, is keeping some secrets about his connections in Port Charles. It looks like Marco is Jen Sidwell's, Carlo Rota, son with Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, so things should start to unravel once this handsome new lawyer pays a visit to Windermere. Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, may ultimately make some hopeful predictions about his future with Marco, but Brad Cooper, Perry Shin, may struggle with some trust issues when it comes to the new guy in Lucas' life. General Hospital spoilers say plenty of excitement's on the way, so we'll bring you updates on any wild news and showdowns that might be looming. Today's next update, Drew seeks Ezra's help striking against Tracy, and Kristina vows to stop Ava. Today on General Hospital, Cody gives Lulu some advice, Emma and Gio pitch their idea to Brooklyn, and Ezra threatens Laura. In the deception office, Brooklyn accuses Lulu of being threatened by the fact that Dante kept their past from her. Lulu says the only thing pissing her off is that Brooklyn lied to Dante for years, and now she has to as well. Brooklyn accuses her of wanting to tell Dante so he'll hate her, and oh well if it upends their son's life. Lulu says it doesn't matter why she wants to tell Dante, as she agreed not to. Gio and Emma show up and immediately realize they have bad timing. Brooklyn says they were having a disagreement. Lulu states they were fighting because Brooklyn is a self-serving. Brooklyn cuts her off, and Lulu storms out. Brooklyn can't stand to think about how Tracy will react to Lulu quitting. Gio tells her they have an idea that will give Tracy what she wants the most. They tell her their plan to save the crypt. Brooklyn loves it but asks why bring this to her. They explain they went to Ned, which she calls a mistake as her father only sees financials. They ask if they should pursue this, but Brooklyn tells them no. Brooklyn admits it's a good plan, but she doesn't want them to get involved in the Quartermain infighting. However, she'll try to talk to her dad about it. Brooklyn receives a call she has to take, so Gio and Emma leave. Emma suggests to Gio that it's Monica they should be talking to, as the house belongs to her. Drew blows his top. At the Quartermains, Tracy has tea with Curtis and Stella. Tracy says she really enjoyed Curtis' coverage of the sports initiative at the hospital. Curtis says he takes pride in getting the facts straight. Stella notes Curtis and Tracy have a common cause, so she thought they should get to know one another. They are interrupted when Tracy takes a call and says to let him in and that they are in the solarium. Tracy says this should be entertaining. Drew storms in and says, "Of course, you teamed up with Tracy." Curtis says he's not teamed up with anyone. Drew brings up Curtis' coverage, and he referred to him as Drew Kane. Tracy says that is his name and has no right to the Quartermain name. Curtis says the cease and desist was in place, so Aurora had to refer to him by his legal name. Besides, the sports initiative is getting attention, and it's the kids that are important, not his ego. Drew warns Curtis if he wants to get ugly, they'll get ugly. Drew storms out, and Stella and Tracy found that very entertaining. Stella calls this the start of a beautiful friendship. Curtis leaves his aunt to spend time with Tracy. They laugh over how Drew's head almost exploded, and Tracy is impressed how she stepped up for Curtis. Stella says they have looking out for their family in common. Cody calms Lulu down. Cody finds Lulu beating the heck out of a pool toy in the boathouse and stops her, as James loves the inflatable frog. He asks what is going on. Lulu says she needed to blow off steam before seeing Rocco, and Brooklyn got her riled up. Maybe she is as horrible as Brooklyn thinks she is. Lulu says she can't seem to let it go of the fact that Dante never told her about his and Brooklyn's past. Cody says they were just teenagers, it was one summer, and he probably didn't think it mattered as nothing came of it. Lulu says that's just it, something major came from it. Lulu says she thinks deep down she always knew there was something more to Brooklyn going after Dante, and he lied to her about their past and never having feelings for Brooklyn. She thought they would never lie to one another, but now she knows that's not true. Lulu knows she and Dante are over, and she shouldn't let this get to her. Cody tells her, speaking from experience, that he was really messed up when he found out the Bells weren't his birth family. However, he got over it and moved on. She hopes that can happen for her. She says she can't believe Dante lied about Brooklyn, who tried to break them up for money. Brooklyn lied, too, and now she's caught up in the lying. He says she may have made some bad decisions, but it doesn't mean she's a bad person. Lulu jokes, like I should trust your judgment, you pick up hitchhikers. Kristina saves her father from Ava. At Sunny's, Ava asks Sunny, who is struggling on the floor, should I call 911? Do you need those pills? Isn't it awful to be in need and nobody will help you? To know they could do one little thing, but they stand there and watch you in pain. How dare you judge me? Suddenly, Kristina runs out. Ava pretends to be shocked, and Kristina cries, "Why didn't you help him?" As Kristina gets him his pills, as Ava says he just collapsed, and she never has seen him like this. She asks if she should call 911. Kristina tells her to just go, so Ava departs. Kristina tells her dad she'll call an ambulance, but he tells her no, and to call Dr. Gannon. She moves him up to the couch and asks what Ava did. Sonny explains he lost his temper and then suddenly he was in pain. He tried to grab his pills, but dropped them. Kristina can't believe Ava just stood there. Gannon arrives, quickly races to Sonny's side, and checks him out. Kristina rants that Ava could have helped him, but Sonny says it's better for Ava not to know what the pills are for. Kristina thinks they should go to the hospital, but Sonny insists he's fine. Isaiah says Sonny is fine now, and GH can only monitor him. Sonny asks Kristina to give him a minute with Dr. Gannon, so Kristina says she'll head to Charlie's. Alone, Isaiah tells Sonny he's going to call the surgeon in LA and make the appointment for his surgery. Sonny refuses to have it now. He says his health means nothing if he loses his family, and he needs to resolve a security issue before having the procedure. It can wait 2 weeks. He appreciates Isaiah, and he owes him. Isaiah says he only owes it to himself to get that surgery as soon as he can. Ezra makes threats against Laura. At the Port Charles Grill, Jordan warns Laura that Councilman Boyle was at Drew's press conference, and he and Drew looked very chummy. Laura doesn't like to think of what they may be getting up to together. She's glad the Sports Intuitive is doing well, but Drew won't like Curtis' coverage of it. Ezra Boyle shows up, joins them, and reveals some snail has the tree huggers up in arms about the Esplanade project. The project has been delayed, and Laura says she has read the report. Ezra says they need to move those snails, as this delay is unnecessary. If only they moved it to Pier 55. Laura says it made no sense to move the Esplanade from the center of the city, and even if they had, they'd still be delayed as Sonny would have fought them. Ezra comments, "You would know what Sonny would do, given how close you are." Laura asks what he's implying. He's not implying anything but suggests she rethink her position and not have to deal with questions about her family ties to a notorious crime lord. Ezra says Laura and Sonny share a grandchild, and people are saying she's protecting Sonny's interests. He says the press could begin to suspect she's protecting Sonny for her own financial gain. Laura says that idea would be discredited immediately because she has nothing to hide, and she discloses her financials every year, something he has repeatedly avoided. Laura says they're done and asks Jordan if she needs a ride to the office. Jordan says she'll meet her back there. Once alone, Jordan warns Ezra any attempts to smear Laura will blow up in his face. He says she could be the city's next mayor if she plays her cards right, and as the former police commissioner, how does she justify Laura's relationship with Sonny? Jordan says Laura is honest and respected as mayor. Ezra tells her if she wants to gain some political clout with the public, resigning in protest over Laura's ties to the mob would be a way to do it. Ava gives Rick the dirt. Ava meets with Rick and thanks him for coming. She fills him in on what happened at Sonny's, and that something is wrong with him. Rick makes a call and learns his brother hasn't been admitted to GH, and asks Ava to tell him what occurred. She details the events, including the bottle of pills he dropped. She says she was going to help him, but then Kristina came in, gave him a pill, and she seemed to know what was going on. Kristina makes a vow. Kristina goes to Irene/Adela's grave and rants about what happened at her dad's and how Ava didn't help him. She cries Ava was killing him just like she killed Adela. Kristina says nobody sees how dangerous Ava is except her. Kristina says, "I have to stop her. Ava has to be stopped, and I have to stop her." Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.